Hello and welcome to Guided Towards Greatness over at the Energetic Movement Collective. My name is Julie Wynn, and the intention of these videos is to empower, inspire, motivate, and to expand the scope of possibilities that we hold and have within ourselves, especially for dance teachers, dance studio owners, and dancers. Today we're going to be talking about gossip. Ugh. I wrote a blog about it a couple weeks ago. And again, wish I would have had this insight while I was in full swing of my career as a dance studio owner. But looking back, I can see how many times I could have saved myself a lot of stress, anxiety, and would have been able to come from a place of more love and understanding in making decisions and or in my reaction to certain situations if I would have asked myself these two questions before I reacted to any gossip or any information that I heard. I do realize that some information sometimes that I was getting even from staff was not the whole story, so I was reacting and making decisions not based off of the entire truth of what was actually going on, just based off of a small little tidbit that I was getting passed to me in passing, through the hallway in crazy and chaotic state. So before you listen to any gossip, ask yourself, and you make a decision on how you're going to think about what you're hearing, ask yourself these two questions. Is it true? And how do I know for certain it is true? Is it true? And how do I know for certain that it's true? And then from there, you have something to deal with. Some of the times the answer is it true? I don't know. Do I know for certain that it's true? No. So then with that, I'm letting it go. I can't really own it, and I can't really make a decision based on something that I'm not 100% sure that it's true, and or realizing that the information that I'm getting may be just a small sliver of the bigger picture and the bigger scope of what is happening. So I think we can save ourselves a lot of just unnecessary drama or stress, or just sometimes it's just not nice gossip that we find ourselves engaging in if we just ask ourselves, is it true? And how do I know for certain that it's true? From my own personal experience, I just remember just these wild stories about me. So I like to live in my own little bubble and definitely put on my rose-colored glasses every day because I like to see the good in life, and sometimes I believe ignorance is bliss. So sometimes when I would hear some of the stories that were going on around me just personally, it was funny and also really blew my mind that this had to come from somewhere. Like somebody straight up made this up and I don't know how or why, but it's seriously there's not even a thread of truth to it. One was that we came from we had trust fund money, and that's how we started the studio. That would be amazing, so amazing. And I probably wouldn't have spent half my life living in the ghetto in Denver if I came from trust fund money. Think about that. So there's just one example of something that was not true. Definitely got a lot of energy and, conversation around it. And if anybody in that equation would have asked themselves, is it true? I don't really know. That's what such and such said. How do I know it's really true? We don't. Then we move on. It's so simple. Also for dance teachers and studio owners, when you hear something like, such and such is upset, blah, blah, ask yourself before you feel like, oh my gosh, they're upset with me, or oh no, now there's something else I have to deal with, or what is she complaining about now? Any of these reactions that we immediately take, if we ask ourselves, is it true? And how do I absolutely know it's true? Is it true? I don't know. That's just what somebody said. How do I know for sure it's true? I don't. Which then causes you to go straight to the source and just have a conversation. And then within that conversation, you get to meet each other, you get to be present with one another. And if there is an issue, you get to create a win-win solution, because you as a dance teacher and a studio owner are always looking out for the highest good, not only for yourself, but for other people too. So you want the highest good for everybody involved. So within that, knowing you are constantly searching for win-win solutions, something that's going to benefit me and make me feel good. It's also going to benefit you and make you feel good. And whatever transpires is going to be for the highest good for both of us and for the studio too. So before you react and become on the defense and get upset or get stressed or get disappointed because somebody is upset with you, ask yourself if it's true. How do you know it's true? And if you don't give it too much more energy. So I think that is a great rule of thumb on how to deal with gossip in the studio. And a little bit more on that later. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope those 2 questions and that little piece of advice helps you and your ability to constantly walk a path of more peace within your own personal life and the space that you're creating within the studio and the community, and also alleviate a lot of unnecessary stress or worry that may not even be anything. So that is my wish for you. Keep doing the work that you're doing. Sending you all of my love, and thank you so much for stopping by, and namaste.